Hello everyone, how are you? I hope all of you are doing fine, great, and enjoying your lives. In order to improve your English, you need to do smart work as well as hard work. Now, are you able to understand English and not able to speak fluently? Are you able to read English but not able to speak it? Then definitely you have encountered a correct video or a particular video which will definitely help you to understand why is this happening to you and how you can improve it. Now first of all, let us understand why we are not able to speak properly or why we are not able to speak fluently. Speaking is a skill. Speaking is different than listening. Speaking is different than writing. Speaking is different than reading. Reading and writing can be passive ways of improving English or learning English, but speaking is a very aggressive way. It's a very active way of improving English or just telling the world that you can speak fluently. For example, there are many students who mail me and tell me that they are able to understand English, they are able to read English, but they are not able to speak fluently, although they have a background of English learning or of English schooling. Now, English schooling means that you studied in a particular environment where English is the medium of conduct, where English is a medium of communication. Then why you are not able to speak? You are not able to speak because the circumstances or environment was so that you must be having a talk with your friends in Hindi or in any other language, which must have hindered you or which must have stopped you from speaking properly. Now, speaking requires lot of practice, and that practice can be done with a lot of perseverance. Now, first thing which I am going to tell you which will stop you from speaking fluently is that as a speaker, all of you don't have the liberty or luxury of stopping and thinking and then speaking. What I'm trying to tell you is that when you speak, it has to be continuous, it has to be fluent. You are not required to stop and think as you do while you are writing, where you are just trying to generate the ideas and just trying to write. Writing is a passive process where you are trying to write, you are thinking about the grammatical structure, you are thinking about the things which are happening. You can stop, you can try to understand what's happening, but when you speak, you cannot stop. It's a fluent process, it's a continuous process. Speaking is a process where simultaneously you are trying to think, you are trying to speak, you are also hearing what you are saying or what you are talking about. So speaking is a skill, and it requires a lot of practice and lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of confidence. Now, one more thing which is important is that if you have to improve your English, then you need to interact with others. Speaking fluently or speaking confidently cannot be achieved by being a lone speaker or just interacting with yourself. You need to have interaction with proper people. Interact with the person who is senior than you. You can interact with anyone. Try to interact with a small baby. Try to interact with the person who is of your age. Try to interact with your seniors. Why? Because when you will interact, you will improve your speaking capabilities, which might be not so good while you are trying to talk. Now, basically, the basic hindrance or basic problem which I can decipher or which I can understand is that there is a concept of interlocutor. What is the meaning of interlocutor? The meaning is that we can be nervous and anxious in front of particular people or in front of someone who has a lot of authority, or when we are in a formal setting, we are trying to give job interview, then definitely we can be nervous. Now, our nervousness or our level of confidence will shift from our exposure or will shift from the person or will shift from whom we are interacting. We can be very comfortable with our friends because we will not be scared what he or she is going to think. But when we are interacting in a formal setting, then definitely we can be more nervous, we can fumble, we can forget the things, we can forget the lines which we are trying to say. So this is very, 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 very important that we put ourselves in such situations or such circumstances where we get the liberty to talk to anyone, and try to make yourself uncomfortable. Try to have a proper interaction with the particular person with whom you are trying to interact. Never ever shy away from leaving your comfort zone, or never ever shy away from feeling embarrassed or feeling guilty, because this is going to stop your course of progress or your path of progress. Now, speaking always oscillates between this particular position to that particular position, from right to left, from top to bottom, and so on. And for that, you really need to improve yourself. One more thing which I am going to tell you is that when you are speaking, try to improve your output. It should always be 20% input, 80% output, or 10% input and 90% output. Now, why these things are important? Because whenever you are trying to produce something from your mouth, you are unleashing a force which will help you to speak properly. Now, these things really help you, or is going to help you to improve your fluency. Make it a habit. For example, you just saw a video of 2 minutes or for 2 minutes. So try to reproduce the same thing in English which you have seen in that particular video. While you will do so, you will encounter a lot of difficulties in speaking, a lot of difficulties in recalling, a lot of difficulties in pronouncing some difficult words. While you will recognize that these are difficulties which you are facing, you will also put some measures, or put some, you will put some measures to improve yourself, which will definitely help you. It's a matter of fact that speaking is a skill. It's a very aggressive way, it's a very active way of learning English. Writing, reading can be passive ways of improving your English, but speaking is an aggressive way, active way of improving, of talking, of just telling to the world that I can speak. 99 people in today's scenario face this problem where they are able to understand but not able to speak properly, and you can be one of them, and this can be improved just by speaking. Try to interact with people, try to come in contact with good people, with native speakers as well as from those people who are not native, non-native speakers. This will definitely help you. Be an active learner. Try to be very active while you are speaking. Don't be scared. Just try and improve yourself. I hope this is going to help you in your journey where you're going to improve your English. And definitely, I will suggest that try to put yourself in many uncomfortable positions, because there is no progress in comfort. Until then, have a nice day. I will see you in the next video. You can chat, or you can just type what you want to learn, what are the topics which I should teach you, and definitely I will pay a lot of attention on your request and help you. Thank you. Have a nice day.